Well, trainer driver Jack Trainor will be back in action with his outstanding mare Braveview Kelly on Saturday night. He also has a drive for Jason Grimson, our Vinny, in the Chariots of Fire. I caught up with Jack to get his thoughts. Well, Jack, we've got the Ladyship Mile honour roll there. Braveview Kelly 2023. She's back in action again on Saturday night. Were you disappointed, first of all, she didn't garner aid in the two sprints, the lead-up races to the Miracle Mile?
Well, we sort of put her in hoping rather than confident. Obviously, she did only run third last start in a 95 metres. She did sort of break the clock, and it wasn't expected that she would be winning on that occasion. And maybe if you look back at it, she won a free-for-all 2 starts ago, so beat some of the horses that have qualified. But all in all, I probably wasn't expecting it. But to be fair, I probably could pull a couple out of that did get a run with questionable form, and she probably could have slid in front of them.
Yeah, that first run back, third behind I Love Her Bubbles, which is going great guns at the moment, 5.5 metres away.
Yeah, that's right. We sort of knew going into the race that she wasn't fully ready to run a best race. Obviously, we drove her accordingly. I think her own last half was 53.5 or something along those lines, and she took about 20 metres off I'll Have a Bubble. So she's strip fitter for that run, and although she's in a strong field against the boys this week, there's a mares race on Miracle Mile night that we've been targeting, so I think she should be rock hard fit by then.
She's drawn out wide, so once again, just go back and wait for her to let her unleash that big sprint.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's been known that that's probably her best way of racing. Maybe if she's down in grade back in the mares races, we can start using her a bit. But against the boys, I'd rather just not. I'd rather look after her and let her hit the line. And if she runs into some money for the owners, even better.
Over to the Chariots of Fire. You're drawn out wide with our Vinny. 2 runs for Jason Grimson have been superb.
Yeah, he went really good in his heat, which obviously got him into the Chariots of Fire. He's awfully hurt by the draw though, Mick, and there's some great horses in it, so it's just good to be a part of that race, and yeah, can't wait to see what sort of time they can run. Yeah,
it's one of those drives, Jack, it's going to be for playing for luck.
Yeah, big time. Like, might as well be honest about it. He's got slim chance from out there, and yeah, I think we'll just be chasing the fence and hoping we can keep up.
How do you see the race? Gee, all the big guns have drawn close by, and the fact that the Kiwis are here and in great form, it's just one of the best Chariots of Fire I think we've assembled.
Yeah, that's right. It's always a great race, the Chariots of Fire. Like, the 4-year-olds normally a peak year for most horses, and you see a lot of stallions and, you know, future Miracle Mile champion horses come through the race. So the draws have made it really good too. All 4 probably main players have all drawn in close. And luckily for me, I'm not on one of them, so I don't really have to overthink it. But like I said, I'm just looking forward to being a part of the race.
I was just going to ask you, which horse would you like to be driving then?
I think Frankly Ferocious was awfully impressive last start. He was only in a 95 race, but I haven't seen many horses pricking their ears up the straight in a 25 quarter at Menangle.
You've got a very good record when you tip Jason and Cam.
Well, they've got a good record of winning, so it makes me look a bit smarter than what I am, probably.
Jack, you just mentioned the Miracle Mile. This year, instead of that 2-week gap from the Chariots to the Miracle Mile, we've only got 1 week gap. Do you think that's going to make a difference?
Not particularly. I mean, it's probably suitable for the Chariots last year if you've got that 2-week gap, especially if they go hard. But I actually think that Menangle and Harness Racing got that right. I think that they should have them on the same night, and it makes it an even playing field for the Miracle Mile horses. And this year, I wouldn't be surprised if 2, maybe 3 horses even got selected out of the Chariots of Fire. It's that strong of a race.
That seems to be a very popular idea at the moment, the strength of the Chariots, and they may just have more representation. Yeah,
that's right. Obviously, there's the 2 wild cards, and obviously the winner's guaranteed, and 2 wild cards. If something really put its hand up and run a good 2nd and 3rd, or a 2nd and a 4th, I can't see why you'd want to leave those sort of horses out.
We head over to race 8 on the card, and you've got a nice draw this time with number 1 Nathan Street for trainer Freddie Tabor, and you've had a good association with this fella.
Yeah, I love this horse. He obviously won the Breeders' Challenge at 2. Had a little bit of bad luck in his last outing in Melbourne in the Breeders' Crown where he galloped out. And last week we just looked after him. He just missed a trial before he come up, so he was a little bit underdone. We've made a few changes at home between Tuesday and this coming Saturday, and I'm really happy with him. He's starting to really screw down nicely. We've given him a bit more room in his gear, which he seems to be taking in his stride. And 1's a little bit of a tricky barrier. Most people know that he can be a little bit funny early, but we're going to use the hobble shorteners on him this week. And the only worry there is I haven't used them in about 10 years, so hopefully I can activate them all right.
Jack, it's going to be a great program of racing, and then we move into the Miracle Mile. Good luck on Saturday night. Great to see the mare back again, and looking forward to that Chariots of Fire.
Yeah, great. Thanks, mate.